Here we go again.
Welcome back to Burnt Loaf Gaming. I'm Tyler.
I'm Allison.
And we are continuing our playthrough of Dragon Age Origins.
Woo!
Hopefully the audio is working correctly because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the levels showing on the mixer.
Oh no.
Do you wanna
Yeah.
get into Twitch with your check our stream real quick just to make sure everything is running properly?
Yes. We can do that. Here we go.
Sounds like it's coming through correctly.
Okay.
Alright.
So if anyone heard any duplication, it was because I had Twitch running on my iPad.
Just for a few seconds.
Yeah. We be doing all the things now.
Alright. Let's see. Was it anyone we wanted to talk to before leaving camp? I think we did.
We talked to everyone.
Okay. Alright. What we're going to try to do now is, I think, drop off a couple of our job board quests from Redcliffe, and then we're going to try and recruit Shale. So who do you want to add to the party?
Ooh, let's do... Well, we're doing nice things. That means we shouldn't have Morgan in the party. You know?
So, Win.
Yes.
Yep.
What about... Okay.
I'm really torn. We have not had Sten in the party much.
It's true, we have not.
But would Sten react badly to us doing nice things?
Sten does not really like it when you help other people.
Then let's do Alistair.
Yes.
Okay.
And now I'm really torn between Liliana and Oghren because I love both of them.
Liliana gives us range support.
But we get some range support from Wynn, though.
Wynn does give us a little bit of range support, yes.
This is tough. Elf boy, elf boy.
Alright.
Give me hot elf boy.
Elf boy it is. Alright.
I can't help myself.
First, we're gonna head to Redcliffe Village to drop off some quests. Some completed job quests we did. And we're gonna get hit by a random encounter.
Will you stop eating?
Do we listen, rush them and spring your own ambush for a change, or leave and skillfully evade their clueless trap?
Are these assassins?
Could be. We seem to have stumbled across somebody's camp, or ambush, or something.
Well, we don't know who they are.
Let's listen then.
I'm hungry. Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
Should we, alright, rush them, continue listening, or leave?
Listen.
But we've been looking at the road for hours. No travelers all day.
Will one of you pay attention?
Continue listening?
Oi. Who's that?
Oh, they noticed us!
They found us!
So much for,
I shall do it.
doing what they wanted.
I'm the dad. Nice swing.
Oh, there are still people. There's still people fighting.
Where?
Hope I don't get blood all over me again.
Yay! Goes over it.
Now we do battle!
Down, you guys!
It's a trap.
It's a trap?
There's a trap.
It shall be done.
We didn't fall for any of your stupid traps.
Nope. But we did fail to ambush the ambushers.
Well, you know, we weren't sure what they were. You know, I didn't want to just kill
Attack random people
I
on
shall
the
do
road.
it.
Yeah.
Generally frowned upon by good guys.
Yeah.
It shall be done.
I like to think I walked that chaotic neutral, chaotic good line, you know?
Mm-hmm. And as always, we killed them, so we get their stuff.
That is my favorite phrase from Dragon Age, not gonna lie. If we kill them, we get their stuff! Email!
Hey, Mill, welcome! Thank you for joining us.
As you say.
How do we sound today? Do we sound better today?
Oh, hey! Where the hell
Look
did
there,
you come
a
from?
cunning trap.
Where was he hiding?
He was behind. Apparently he was hiding behind the
He raises the tripwires to get to us.
Yeah, but he didn't set them off. He managed to avoid setting off his own tripwires, which, you know, is skillful.
So, Mel, how are you doing today? Mel is saying they might need to turn down the game audio.
The game audio?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It gets really loud during combat. We've noticed that, like, whenever there's a fight, it gets really loud. And there's really no good way to handle that. Unfortunately, we haven't figured that out at least.
Yeah, there really is no good way to, balance the combat and non-combat audio.
Yeah. For the most part, I think we avoid talking during combat.
For the most part, yeah.
Just because, yeah, it is hard to hear us over it.
Though strangely, it is very quiet now. Well, right now we are just going to be dropping off a couple of job board quests, collecting our rewards for those. And then, as the title of tonight's stream implies, we are going to be looking toward collecting our last remaining party members.
Yeah, we have...
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
We have 2 more people left to add to our party.
Pretty sure it's just 2 more.
I can't think of anyone else, because
Yeah, I think we're just down to Shale and Oghren.
Yeah, for the main ones at least. I know there's some optional ones you can get based on story choices. You know. So, sweetie, if we were smarter, we would have started playing Mass Effect today.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
But we don't have the Legendary Edition.
not yet.
We just have the regular edition.
Legendary Edition just came out today.
I know. Should have bought that and started playing it.
I don't know.
But
we
instead, we're continuing this BioWare game.
Again, Mass Effect, another BioWare game I have not played. I have attempted to play it,
Mm-hmm.
but
That one you didn't like because it's more of a shooter.
yeah, because I suck at shooting games. I really do.
You also hate PC controls in general.
I do.
For some reason, you just can't wrap your head around the WASD controls.
No. My brain, it does not like it. I like a joystick, you know?
Pretty sure this is where we need to go to talk to get.
As you say.
First, I'm gonna get this sweet, sweet elf fruit. Any more elf fruit? There's some. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna talk to this guy.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Are you asking me to find your mule? Just what are you doing out here? Or part of your problem?
Part of your problem?
Well, yes. Oh, it's been quite the month. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
I'm Callian, pleased to meet you. I am one of the Grey Wardens, or a merchant out here.
I'm one of the Grey Wardens.
A Grey Warden? That's quite impressive, isn't it? My word. I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
What do you need? Help a fellow out how? Or do I look like I'm here to help?
How?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
How much do you want for it? What does a control rod do? What's the catch? How do I know this will even work? Yes, I think I could use it. Or no, not interested.
What's the catch? This sounds like it has a catch to it.
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn. You're a Grey Warden, however. Darkspawn aren't an issue for you, are they?
How much do you want for it? What does a control rod do? How do I know this will even work? Yes, I think I could use it. Or no, not interested.
What does it even do?
The dwarf I brought it from said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand, the golem does what you say. Might be useful, no? I mean,
So what you're
you look
saying
like the
is-
sort who could use one.
So what you're
Yes?
saying is a golem control rod controls a golem.
No. No.
How do I know this will even work?
The fellow I brought it from is a long-standing contact. He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however, with all our troubles. He said he got it from the man who owned this golem. But to be honest, I have no idea if it will work. Hence the low price. What do you say?
How much do you want for it?
Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
Isn't that essentially what you're doing by giving it to me free of price, though?
Seriously, yeah.
Yes, I think I could use it.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honnleath. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
And if it doesn't, if not, I'll be back. Or a personal golem sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great.
Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Alright, new quest. Golem of Honnleath. Alright, that has unlocked the town of Honnleath on our map.
Woo!
And we've hit a random encounter.
Of course we have.
It's a trap. Very well. It's a trap.
This really gets the blood.
Away with you! Enough!
Now we play a little.
As you say.
And now we disarm all the traps that we were inexplicably surrounded by.
Why so many traps?
The real question is, how did we get into the middle of
It
them
shall
all?
be done.
Without springing any of them?
Exactly.
That's a good question.
It is begun. It is begun. I shall do it.
Hell fruit. Alright. Let's look around more. Elf root.
Look there! A cunning trap!
It's a good thing I didn't set that one off. Came out of nowhere.
I was like, when was right in it?
I know. Alright, okay, that's the edge of the map. Nothing up here.
It is begun.
Alright. So, caution, traps laid for wolves. Well,
Not anymore.
they weren't doing much of a good job, seeing as how we were attacked by wolves in the midst of the traps. Whoever set them is not a good trapper. Alright. That looks pleasant.
It shall be done. There! More of the fiends ahead!
Shall we complete the
Okay.
I shall do it. As you say.
I still remember my first battle. Time to dance.
I shall
Let's grab some glory.
It is begun. It is begun.
Olaf's chest, key required. But I'm a walking lockpick.
Seriously, why can't? Why? This is so arbitrary. Arbitrary.
Yeah, it is pretty arbitrary what can be picked and what requires a key.
It shall be done.
There are some mods out there that will allow any class to open locked chests by adding a quote-unquote smash ability. By basically just letting you break the lock.
Away with you! I shall do it. Going to be concern for your own existence. This is annoying.
Oh, another battle it is!
Yeah, that's right. What did I tell you?
More.
I forgot we gave Severance the fancy daggers.
But we didn't. Yeah, we gave him weapons that had elimination slots.
Oh no!
It wasn't easy to get weapons that we just happened to do.
Like, dude has better weapons than we do.
Give it time.
I know. And we already have like the best armor.
I know. We might be able to get better armor.
Guys, you're on fire! Severan's on fire there!
What do you mean?
He was on fire. He was on.
That's his sword.
No,
That's
no,
his dagger.
no. It was an actual fire.
Oh, he was standing in that fire?
Him and Wen, I swear, were actually on fire at one point. Maybe they got into the fire.
I guess they walked it off. So many dead bodies to loot.
All the loot.
Loot, loot, loot.
Loot, loot, loot. Loot the bodies. Loot the bodies. It's possible that I am going crazy. That is 100% a possibility. I will not deny that. That I'm just seeing things now.
It is entirely probable.
And to be honest, I have not been to the eye doctor in probably 10 years now. I really should probably go at some point.
Yeah, you probably should take care of that.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a golem, I believe. Damaged, perhaps beyond repair. There may be a way to reactivate it, though that is not necessarily wise.
On closer inspection, you see that the statue is embedded with numerous crystals, some of them cracked. It may be of dwarven make. Dulefgar, activate the golem, or leave the golem alone.
Let's activate the golem.
Nothing happens. Apparently, either the rod is not working, or the code word is incorrect. Continue.
Well, now what do we do?
Now... see, find out more about the golem. The golem is unresponsive to the control rod, and command words are you required from Felix. Perhaps there are still survivors in the village who could shed some light on the golem's current state. Now we enter Wilhelm's cellar, because it had a quest marker on it on the map.
Huh.
starting to run low on inventory space.
Trying to find Bodan and sell some stuff.
It is begun.
I was about to say my
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
It is begun. As you say.
Alright. Yeah, I'm thinking we should head back to camp. Free up some inventory space with Bodan before we head deeper into this basement. Now watch me walk out of here and be surrounded by Darkspawn again.
Oh my god, seriously.
Nope. Okay.
Yay! Okay, well, if you're gonna go sell some things, I think I might get some ice cream that I just bought.
Okay.
Because it's warm here today.
It is a little warm here.
It got warm. Got into the 70s, which I'm not sure what that is Celsius. What would that be in Celsius, sweetie?
I don't know off the top of my head.
No. But I'm gonna go get ice cream.
Yeah. Gwen also wants ice cream, apparently.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay, let's quickly sell some crap. Crap battle axe. Sword, Chevalier's mace. Ball, short bow, long bow, crossbow, bolt, arrow fill, fire arrow, I say. Leather helm, helmet, boots, shielded dwarven armor, scale armor, heavy plate armor. We'll put that on Sten.
I am back with my ice cream.
Yes.
Hey,
Fuentes.
Fuentes, thank you. I'm sorry if I was gonna butcher your name there. Wow, I'm real.
Fuentes.
Fuentes. I am really
Yes.
sorry. I'm just really sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Allison speaks a very unique dialect of English that I have long ago dubbed Allisonese and spent many a year learning fluency in.
Ha ha. It's true, though. Well, here's the thing. I grew up having a
speech impediment.
A speech impediment.
Yeah. I know.
I did speech therapy for many years, and still I struggle with it to this day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to hear that you're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good too. I'm just enjoying some ice cream right now, while Tyler was finishing up the selling of goods.
Yeah, just clearing up some inventory space and also picking up another backpack for expanded inventory space. Because the one really frustrating thing about Dragon Age Origins is that the vanilla game does not have a nice, handy item storage box like later games do. Except one that was added in DLC. To get that, we have to complete the Soldier's Peak DLC quest, which we have not done
As you say.
A decades-old letter? Madam, I can assure you that the Circle of Magi is not a sacrilegious institution, and that indeed we operate under the supervision of the Chantry. It would make our investigation of your husband's death much easier if you would simply cooperate with us. I am disappointed to hear that you sold the Golem's activation rod. I understand both it and your husband were invaluable aid to King Merrick during the war against Orlais. Without the rod, we cannot discern whether Wilhelm's golem was responsible for his murder. The golem will simply have to remain where it is unless the villagers can find means to destroy it. Our condolences to you and your son for your loss. I imagine it is of little consolation to you, but your husband is much admired here and will be missed. Make her keep you. First Enchanter Arlen. Oh yeah, that's right. So, this guy, Wilhelm, he is
It shall be done.
In one of the Dragon Age novels.
Oh, which one?
Gosh, I forget the title. It's the one about King Merrick and Loghain when they're fighting the rebellion against Orlais.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The only book I'm familiar with is the Mask of Empires, or
The Masked Empress or something like
yeah.
that? Yeah. Ooh, glowing crystal. But yeah, Wilhelm and his golem, Shale, who goes unnamed, feature in one of the Dragon Age novels as a side character.
By the Maker, we're saved!
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
I doubt anyone thought you were still alive. I wasn't sent by anyone. No, I am a Grey Warden, or I'm looking for whoever owned that statue outside.
No, I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Here! Thank the Maker for our luck! But if you weren't sent by someone, why are you here? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, apparently it is in the Stolen Throne.
That's right. I knew it would. I was thinking it was called the Empty Throne. I was like, no, that's not right. I'm looking for whoever owned that statue outside. I bought a control rod, but it doesn't work. Or a merchant told me about this place, actually.
A merchant told me about this place.
A merchant? Why would a merchant... Oh. Think I see. This is about Shale, isn't it? I should have known.
Is he the son?
That damnable golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance!
Killed your father? What do you mean? So you're saying the golem is defective? Or is it dead? It's just standing out there.
Is it dead?
It's deactivated, I think. I don't really know. It's been like that ever since the day my father died. My father's name was Wilhelm. Mage to the Arls of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais. And what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and Shale standing over him just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now.
Except the rod doesn't work. Nothing happens. Is there anything else you can tell me about this golem? I'm curious about this place, actually. Where are we? That's great. It murdered its master? Or then I should go.
Can you tell me more about this golem? Like, why did it up and just murder someone?
My mother never talked about it much. I was just a small child when my father died. Look, I know you probably have more important things on your mind, but
Father was
I
pulped.
really need your help. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful, but my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
How do you even know she's still alive? What killed this man who went after her? Why would I want to risk myself? I want to know how to activate that golem. I'll see if I can find her, or no, I can't help you.
What killed us? What killed the man?
There are defenses my father put down here to keep strangers out. I knew about the barrier, I had the key for that, but the rest of it, well, we never came down here. Ever.
How do you even know she's still alive? Why would I want to risk myself? I want to know how to activate the golem. I'll see if I can find her, or no, I can't help you.
I'll see if I can find her.
You will? Thank the Maker! My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
I think.
Well, he says he doesn't know the area.
I know, it's just, it was funny to me the way he worded it. Saving game.
It shall be done.
Grab some elf root.
What is Alfred doing growing down here?
Did you hear that scream?
Yes, and I don't like it.
Something on your mind?
Nope, I clicked on you by mistake. Let's try and click on this fractured stone. Oh, hi.
I do not like that. What's the big thing?
It's a dust bowl.
Have you no concern for your own existence? Have you no concern for your own existence?
Shame.
Okay, I think that's the first time I've seen a dust wraith.
Ash Wraith. Legend has it that when Andraste's ashes were taken into hiding, some of her closest disciples gave themselves to the fire, that their restless souls might remain to guard her final resting place forever. Whether they are the spirits of Andraste's disciples or merely Fade spirits, the temple that houses the sacred urn is filled with wraiths. created from a burnt corpse, an ash wraith is a powerful and amorphous opponent able to lash and smother while being immune to most physical attacks. Even if successfully dispersed, it can reform at a later time. Magic is the only real way to fight such a creature, wind and ice attacks being the most useful. They are capable of creating small whirlwinds that are devastating to anyone unfortunate enough to get close, and their touch leaves a person drained.
Wait, this isn't like the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
No, it is
That's
not.
what I thought.
I think the game was expecting people to encounter them, but you get the codex entry for each creature the first time you encounter it, and since this is a DLC area, it's expecting the first time you encounter them to be in the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Man, I'm looking forward to going to the Temple of Sacred Ashes. You know, since I'm so familiar with it.
Seeing what Haven originally looked like, you're in for a treat, because that place sucks. Man, look at all the crap this guy had in his basement.
I want to know how he dug all this out by himself.
Don't cats like to be in trees? Oh look, someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people.
Is that cat a demon? Please tell me, is that cat a demon?
We? Who is we? Good, you're safe. Your father was worried. Or I'm not here to play games.
Who is we?
Kitty and me, of course. You don't see anyone else here, do you? Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
The cat finds me distracting? We have to go, Amalia. Matthias is waiting. Sure, let's leave. You can bring the cat.
The cat finds me distracting?
Kitty's clever. She says you want to take me back to my father, but I'm not going. She would be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia. I would miss you dearly if you left.
Called it! I called it! That cat didn't look right.
The cat talks? That's not really a cat, is it? Or step away from that creature, Amalia. Hurry.
Step away from that creature.
No! Leave me alone! Kitty!
Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now. I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
I'm not leaving without the girl. What have you done to her? I don't really care what you do with the girl, or a stranger who finds you very interesting.
A stranger that finds you very interesting.
Oh. Did you hear that, Amalia? I have another admirer.
That's because you're wonderful, Kitty.
I have been bound to this chamber for decades, cut off from all contact. It has been maddening. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place forever.
Let you have the girl? You mean possess her? Don't you think he'll notice something out of place? Or I don't make deals with your kind.
Do you mean possessor? I'm pretty sure that's what she means.
That's such a crude way of putting it. I do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
Let's see. I'll let you go, but you need to leave the girl. Persuade, lie, I'll free you, and you can have the girl. Very well, tell me how to free you then. Yes, it's wrong, or I'll think about it.
So we can lie to her?
We can try to lie to her.
Let's try to lie to her.
Thank you. You are very gracious. The mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
Oh, this is so exciting! Kitty is going to be free! I've always wanted a cat, and Kitty is so perfect and pretty.
Matthias' daughter Amalia is unharmed, but held captive by a demon that has taken the form of a cat. The demon is restrained by the mechanisms Wilhelm placed in the room so long ago, and has asked for your help to free it. You have agreed to free the demon and allow it to possess Amalia.
No, we lied.
We lied. Let me look up the guide on how to do
Did we
this.
screw this up?
No, I don't think so.
We lied.
I know, we chose the lie option. So I'm gonna look up real quick how we're supposed to do this.
See, I'm kind of worried if we told her, like, no, we're not going to let you. She would have hurt the girl or something, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's how demons do.
That is how demons do. Let's see. You can lie to Kitty if your coercion is high enough and tell her you are going to help her. Then after you solve the puzzle, you can say you're not going to touch the girl. Kitty will of course attack you and Amalia escapes unpossessed.
Okay.
Okay, so how do we solve this puzzle?
We were not prepared for this.
No. These puzzles are tricksy. Alright. Okay, the puzzle in the room is a 5x5 sliding puzzle with a twist. The objective is to get the flame to travel from one corner of the board to the other by moving the tiles. Each tile has an arrow on it pointing in the direction the flame will jump. Once the flame has reached the end tile, the seal on the door will be released and the kitty will automatically resume dialogue. From the initial board position, it is possible to solve the puzzle using the following steps. Steps tell you which way to move a tile, not the tile to move. Therefore, left means you move the only tile that can move left, and not the tile to the left of the gap.
You know what? I'm glad DA2 did not have any puzzles in it.
It had a couple puzzles in it.
It did? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I know Origins has not Origins, but Inquisitions has a few puzzles to it.
Yeah, there were a couple of puzzles in it. Okay. Oh god. Let's see.
I like it when Kitty sings to me.
Let's see. Steps tell you which way to move a tile, not the tile to move. Therefore, left means you move the only tile that can move. Up.
Father doesn't like cats, but he never
As you
met
say.
Kitty.
Right. Down.
I shall do it.
Ow. 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 Ow.
As you say.
Up.
Kitty says Grandpa Wilhelm locked her up in this room. Isn't that awful?
As you say.
Kitty is my best friend.
I just said went on fire.
Yep.
I was thinking about the sun,
myself.
silly.
Yes. I can feel the magic fading. Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
Kitty? What's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us.
I said I'd free you. I didn't say I'd let you live. And where will you go after this? Amalia is all yours. Or keep your hands off the girl, demon.
We're supposed to say keep your hands off the girl, or like we said we'd free you, but not that you'd live.
I think either of those will result in what we want.
Yeah, let's do the first one then.
Hi, Gwen.
Betrayal! You will not take the girl. She is mine!
Kitty! You're scaring me! I won't let you inside me! I won't!
Phrasing? Oh, Wade approves +4, Alistair approves +2, and Zevran approves +4.
I figured everyone would approve of the child not being possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
Ow.
It shall be done.
Blood all over me.
Very well.
Chord of Shattered Dreams.
See, I really hope they do a remaster of Dragon Age Origins so they can fix some of this dialogue. Because, yeah, that line reading was the line reading, besides the line reading being bad, just the way the line was written was very bad. Like,
Yeah.
like you could have worded that so much better. Because that did not sound natural at all, the way that was worded.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But she doesn't have a bow, though. Oh.
Yeah, she does.
Oh.
There. Her secondary weapon is a bow.
Oh. So now when we feel like it, we can do range attacks. Even though we don't have any archery.
I shall do it.
No.
This has gone well.
I'm assuming the girl just ran off.
Yeah, she just ran off.
This really gets the blood pumping.
We did do a good. See?
You did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
I'm sorry I ran away, Daddy. I was so scared.
It's all right, Butterfly. You're safe now. All the bad creatures are gone. You'll need a phrase to activate Shale. It's Doolan Han. I wouldn't want the thing, but it's obvious you can handle yourself just fine. Now we should go, and quickly. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
Now, me personally, I don't think that line was nearly as bad as submit to the taint.
So many. We need a remaster.
That was the best,
We
worst line in the game.
Need a remaster.
I don't think a remaster doesn't record the re-record the dialogue. It just
Well, we need a remake then. We need a remake.
it just updates the graphics.
We need a remake. Update the graphics, update the dialogue, update the UI system.
Just keep updating.
Just update it all.
All right, Dulenharn, activate the golem.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
Hello to you too. And how do you know I'm not a mage? I did not just stumble across it. Or you could be more thankful, you know.
Hello to you too.
I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
No.
Not all of them know? Or I take it that wouldn't concern you.
I take it that wouldn't concern you.
Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say, and after 30 years as a captive audience, I was as familiar with these villagers as one could possibly be. Not that I wish their fate on them, no. But it did make for a delightful change of pace.
Do you have a name? That's horrible. Did you watch the attack, or I'll bet?
Do you have a name?
Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Golem. Golem, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Golem and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Golem, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
Is something wrong? It certainly does, right in its hand. Well, don't get any funny ideas, Golem.
It certainly does, right in his hand.
I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
Alright, walk over there. What? Why? I don't like where this is going. Fine, attack Alistair, or alright, give Zevran a hug.
I know what the answer is going to be to these. It's going to be all like, no, I'm not under your control or something.
But which one do you want to choose? Which one do you want to try to order Shale to do? Or do you want to just ask why?
Ask why.
Oh, go on. It will be fun.
Walk over there, be silent, I don't like where this is going, attack Alistair, or give Zevran a hug.
Alright, walk over there.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken?
Shouldn't you be happy about that? Can it be fixed? So, what now? You go on a killing rampage? Or, well, you're not just walking away.
So, what now? You go on a killing rampage?
Don't be ridiculous. Well, I wouldn't mind killing the birds. Those evil birds and their foul droppings. I could crush them all. I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
I hadn't given it much thought. I can think of many uses for a personal golem, or I don't intend to do anything with you.
I don't know, what do you think?
Up to you.
Well, we want their help.
Yeah.
You know, which one's gonna get us their help? I hadn't thought about that, or?
I think this is just a dialogue tree, honestly.
What was the first one?
I hadn't given it much thought.
I hadn't given it much thought.
I see. Wonderful. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
We can show you the world.
You're welcome to come with me. Are you going to keep calling me it? What do you want to do? You killed your former master. And how do I know you can be trusted, or we don't really need your help?
You're gonna keep calling me it.
Yes, very likely.
I don't like this.
You're welcome to come with me. What do you want to do? You killed your former master. How do you know how do I know you can be trusted, or then forget it?
You killed your former master.
Did I? I remember that I had a former master. The mage with the furry brows who poked and prodded and barked orders. Did I kill him? I hope I did kill him. Perhaps the last order he barked was, "Golem, stop crushing my head." Ah!
I notice you don't call him it. That's rather heartless of you. That's hardly a recommendation, or I like a little bloodthirst.
You don't call him it.
Yes, I'm just funny that way.
Shale is one of the best characters in this game.
Shale is great.
And implemented so much better than Sebastian as far as DLC characters go.
Oh, Sebastian is the worst.
You're welcome to come with me. What do you want to do? How do I know you can be trusted? Or we don't really need your help.
You're welcome to come with me.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large.
Thanks for stating the completely obvious. Persuade, think of it as a portable battering ram. I could tell it to do something else, or it's coming with us, no questions.
Persuade.
Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
I am Callian, pleased to meet you. Shale, is that supposed to be a joke? Is that your name, or what you're made of? If you're following, then we're going.
I am Callian.
This should be interesting.
Alright, let's put Shale in our party real quick.
Yes.
Shale disapproves -2, Alistair disapproves -1. So we're off to a great start with Shale.
Why does Shale disapprove?
I think it was something we said.
About what?
I don't remember exactly. But, first thing we're going to do, Shale is currently equipped with a large chipped spirit crystal. We are going to add a small flawed fire crystal. Small flawed ice crystal, or a small flawed nature crystal. Plus 10% fire damage, cold damage, or nature damage.
Fire.
Fire.
Can't go wrong with fire.
So true. And Shale is currently equipped with a large chipped spirit crystal, giving them plus 10% spirit resistance. We can give them a large flawed fire crystal for plus 20 fire resistance, a large clear ice crystal for plus 0.25 health regeneration in combat, plus 6 defense, plus 30% cold resistance, and plus 5% healing effects received.
Ooh.
A large flawed lightning crystal for plus 20% electricity damage. A large flawed nature crystal for plus 20% nature resistance. Already has a large chip spirit crystal equipped. So let's you do the large clear ice crystal, because that has the most stuff to it.
Yeah.
That's the best quality gem we got to put on Shale. All right. Oh, hey, Zevran's currently suffering from a cracked skull.
What?
He must have gone down at some point, so let's give him an injury kit.
Oh yeah, he did go down. Remember when he ran up to the bandits?
That's
or to
right.
the dark spawn up the stairs by himself?
Yeah. Okay. Alright. We got Shale. That just leaves us to pick up Oghren. Now, there's a very particular reason that I wanted to put Shale in our party right off the bat as we're leaving town.
Okay.
Triggers a cutscene.
Oh! Just exploded! That chicken just exploded!
Well, that's what happens when a giant 1,000+ pound golem stomps on it.
Oh my god!
Shale hates birds.
I've noticed!
With a passion. Alright. Before we head up to the Frostback Mountains to go to Orzammar and get Oghren, let's head to this battlefield real quick, because that's one more job board quest that we didn't get cleared.
Okay.
And chances are, as we travel, we'll probably trigger a random encounter just by the sheer distance that we're having to cover on the map. Yep, there we go. Random encounters. They're interesting at first, but boy do they become tedious in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, dude, it's
a trap.
I'm I hope I don't get blood all over me again.
This is annoying. I shall do I shall do it. It is begun. I shall do it. It shall be done. I shall do it.
Disarm the traps, loot the bodies, collect the elf root. And be on our way.
Woo!
Fortunately, to the best of my recollection, they never spring more than one random encounter on you per travel between points. So, Blood Corpse, Soldier's Diary.
Let us dispatch them, and quickly! It is begun. Don't give them the advantage!
I love this game.
Must fight, let us do it quickly!
Poor wolves.
I know. It's as bad as having to kill the Mabari when they attack.
Oh yeah.
Very well.
Oh, I want to be friends with you,
Like,
Doggos.
stop making me kill canines. It's not cool.
Have you no concern for your own existence? As you say.
This is just slaughter at this point. It's not even a fair fight taking on all these wolves.
Very well. As you say.
Like, I wouldn't feel so bad if they were like blight wolves. Like just ordinary every mass unarmed wild prodigious.
Nice swing. You will be wary.
Especially because I advocate for wolf conservation in real life.
Yes.
It shall be done.
Oh, hey, a bear.
And it's raging.
God, he's attacking Zevran.
What is Zevran doing over there?
I don't know why Zevran is. I don't know what Zevran is doing.
Have you no concern for your own
Poor bear. That bear had chainmail.
Why did that bear have chainmail?
I don't know. Maybe he ate it?
Was it a war bear?
Yes. Alright, let's level up Wynn. Where do we want to stick her attributes?
Let's give her more willpower.
More willpower.
More magic.
More magic.
Let's do more constitution.
More constitution. Alright, and one spell.
We need to probably diversify her spells more.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of elemental output.
What about wind spells?
Wind?
Wind! Water!
Heart? I don't know. We can give her Arcane Shield, Flame Blast, Winter's Grasp, Lightning, Glyph of Paralysis, Spell Wisp, Spell Shield, Mana Drain, Walking Bomb, Mind Blast, Weakness, Vulnerability Hex, Disorient, or Drain Life.
Okay, well, I'm thinking either Lightning or Winter's Grasp.
Let's give her Winter's Grasp. And you know what? While we're here, let's give Wynn the Tome of Arcane Technique.
Okay.
So now, she can learn another spell.
Yay!
So we can give her, go to her second level in the in the ice category and give her frost weapons, or we can give her flame blast, lightning, or any of those others I just listed.
Maybe flame blast?
Flame blast?
Get some fire and ice going.
Okay. Now, let's head to the Frostback Mountains and pick up Oghren.
Woo!
Welcome to the Frostback Mountains. Hey look, bounty hunters.
Yeah! Low gain scented ring.
concern for your own
Oh, hey, I got knocked down.
Will you get up again?
Not at the moment.
Oh. Are you low on health? Because it seemed like you went down pretty fast.
I kinda got surrounded.
Don't do that. It's not good for your health.
Where now?
There. I had wind.
Oh, we play a little.
So I do get up again.
As you say.
Shall we compete for points? I hope I don't get blood all over me again.
Those bounty hunters had a mage with them. That's probably why I went down so hard.
Mages are always causing issues for us.
Mages are rough. We should really start bumping our magic stats so that we have magic resistance.
Okay.
Because, yeah, without magic resistance, mages can take you down pretty hard. Now, we are suffering from a wrenched limb. But not anymore, because injury kills.
Oh, my. I did not expect it to be this crowded.
What are you talking about?
The Maker, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
I don't know. I expect so, since there was no one there to stop them.
Well, it won't be much longer until those monsters get here. There doesn't seem to be any.
How are we supposed to live like this? I have buyers waiting.
I've never seen an elf down here before.
What up? Shady Thug.
Well then.
Tornos the Deserter. Oh, hey.
What business would the mighty Grey Wardens have with a man like me?
I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Oh?
I'm here to serve you your
What is this about?
Pretty much. I hear you stole supplies from the guild, or I'm here to bring you in for desertion.
I heard you, stole from the guild.
Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
Really? You didn't have to go like this.
Seriously.
More enemies ahead!
Oh. Huh. One of my things got unstuck from the clan bar. I gotta put that back. There.
It is begun.
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Now we do battle!
We must have victory.
Come back.
Oh, really?
No mercy.
Have you no concern for your own existence?
I love how nobody else in the area reacts to the fact that we just killed 3 dudes.
They're like, eh, they probably had it coming. He had it coming.
Alright. He had... Ooh. Frost Shear plus 10% cold damage. Let's give that to Zevran. Alright. And we'll finish looking around.
Is it true Grey Wardens killed Ferelden's king?
Nope. Not
Totally.
even close.
Totally. That's totally
They
what
think they're
happened.
isolated now? Merchants won't risk this happening again.
You there. You have a name.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armor and weaponry this side of Val Royale.
Let me take a look. Previously owned? Or not right now?
Why pay through the nose for new equipment when you can buy like new for much, much less?
Where do you get like new armor from?
Oh, here and there. Look, that's really not important. The important thing is, it's cheap. And just as good as what you'd find at a smithy.
Might smell like a little bit of a dead guy. Let me take a look.
Oh, of course. And remember, everything's covered by Farron's 24-hour lifetime guarantee.
What's a 24-hour lifetime guarantee? The hell does that even mean?
I don't know.
Portrait of a goose girl? Ooh, hell yes.
I have a question it may be able to answer, Elder Mage.
Must it always be Elder Mage? I'm not a wizened old crone just yet.
Would it prefer Mage well past her prime don't mind the sagging bits?
You have an odd way of requesting answers to your questions.
I'm curious about the abominations of the tower. Is it possible for such a creature to become human again?
Yes, it is simply very difficult. It requires travel into the Fade.
And? Is the mage the same afterwards as the mage was before?
No, I have never met such a person, but no, they are changed forever.
I understand. Thank you for the answer, wise one.
Oh.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
You live on the surface?
Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzammar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites. Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock in Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
Never mind, I should go.
Best of luck to you.
Looks like the fighting has finally started. Too much to hope they work it out and get
up to the gates.
I demand an order. You insult all of Pharrell. King Loghain will...
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I have urgent need to talk to your king. Why have your people retreated like this, or I have important business in Orzammar?
I have important business.
None more important than mine.
Your business will wait. Orzammar must limit outside influence until the throne is settled. No one gets in.
I have urgent need to talk to your king, or why have your people retreated like this?
Why have your people retreated?
They hide because they are dwarves.
I would challenge any race to fare as well. Our king is dead. Endrunai Dukan returned to the Stone not 3 weeks ago. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
I am a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me. A blight is coming. They must unite for Ferelden, or the Grey Wardens need their traditional dwarven allies.
Grey Wardens, they're traditional dwarven allies.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Foreigner?
What? What are you talking about?
Bitch, we're from Ferelden.
We're from Denerim.
Clearly a racist.
Clearly.
Let's see, that's enough. Raise your blade if you're so tough. Hey, that rhymed. Loghain is the traitor who killed King Cailan at Ostagar, or intimidate. Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
I'm very tempted to do number 1 or number 3.
I know, though. Both of those seem like your character's style.
I know. Let's do number 1.
Number 1? You don't want to try to intimidate him?
We could. We have a good intimidate, right?
We do. We have, like... we're, like, 1 shy of maxing out our coercion skill.
Let's intimidate them.
Intimidate? Okay.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
Sure
You
will.
are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Alright.
Atrost Vala, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated. Fair journeys, Warden.
How magnificent. These must be the statues of the dwarven paragons.
I haven't eaten in days.
Baymont. Paragon Garol. Paragon Lentina. Paragon Prilden.
As you say.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her. She...
Don't say that! Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
Paragon Branka. Honestly, Paragon Branka is not someone you should aspire to be like. She's kind of terrible.
Show respect, Surfacer. You're in the Hall of Heroes, home to the best of us.
The figures are quite grand indeed. Who? Or a blight is coming. I don't care about your statues.
Who?
Paragons, dwarves who achieve such greatness, they're considered ancestors even if they yet walk among us. If only we had one now. A unifier. A voice like that, there would be no dissension.
Perhaps I can help. So find one, or can't you stand for yourselves?
Can't you stand for yourselves?
Learn our ways before you presume to save us from ourselves. But don't look to me. I will not be a tutor to a surfacer.
Ouch.
The Elder Mage watches me. I'm reminded of a certain former master whose head I crushed, or so I'm told.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shale. I am simply curious about you, that's all.
As my former master would say during his experiments.
Oh, I would do no such thing. I just find the idea of you so fascinating. On the one hand, it seems it would be so sad and so lonely in existence. And on the other, you are so very powerful. No golem I know of has ever had free will as you do. May I ask what you intend to do with it?
Other than exterminating the vermin of the sky?
Yes. Other than that?
I do not know. Crushing heads is fun, for now.
Well, that's something.
It is something. Not wrong.
Alright, into the commons.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Do not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Idiots. I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders. I'll have him in the Legion.
This place seems nice, doesn't it?
It does.
Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the Commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
The Blight is coming and I need Orzammar's assistance. Can a city function like this, or I should get going?
I need assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
I mean, isn't a Darkspawn invasion more than just a surfacer problem?
You feel like
It kind of starts with the dwarves.
I was just kind of thinking, I'm like, why aren't the dwarves more concerned?
I should get going. Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to. Paragons? Can a city function like this?
Can a city function like this?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry.
I should get going. The proving, or Harrowmont and Balin are the ones I need.
The proving?
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Let's see. Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
You mentioned paragons.
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
You know who this guy sounds like? The bad guy from the first season of Legend of Korra. Not Amon, the other one. The politician.
Oh. I can't remember what his name is now.
Not off the top of my head, but doesn't he sound like him?
Maybe a little bit? I don't know.
I should get going.
Yes, you should.
Alright. So. Alright, so we need to seek out Stuart Bandalore, speak to the Lords of the Assembly. We can also speak with Prince Balin's second in command, or we can speak to Dulin Forinder, Lord Harrowmont's mouthpiece.
I don't know where to start. Where should we start?
This person has a name.
Did you see that? I cannot believe what this city has come to. This would never have happened when Endrin was alive.
This Balin, is that King Indrin's son? People are at each other's throats. But what do you know about this Lord Harrowmont?
What do you know about this Lord Harrowmont?
Lord Harrowmont should be our king. He was King Endrin's closest advisor, the only one he could trust. Endrin himself, ancestors welcome him, asked the Assembly to endorse Harrowmont.
But isn't Balin King Indrin's son? People are at each other's throats. Why such hate for Balin, or is Harrowmont qualified to rule?
Is Harrowmont even qualified?
He is a good man and a skilled general. King Endrin trusted him with his life, and I will do no less.
Why such hate for Balin? Who are you? Did you know King Indrin? Or how did Indrin die?
How did Endrin die?
He died in bed after his eldest son was murdered, and the Assembly condemned his second son for it. I cannot blame him for preferring to join the ancestors in eternal peace, if Balin didn't murder him himself.
Why such hate for Balin? Who are you, or did you know King Indrin?
Did you know King Endrin?
Only as a potential match for one of his sons. He was a good king, stern and fair and just.
Why such hate for Balin, or who are you?
Who are you?
I am Narav Helmi, third daughter of the second matron of House Helmi. And you, stranger? What brings you to Orzammar at such a time?
I'm a Grey Warden.
I am Callian, a Grey Warden, and I am here seeking aid.
A Grey Warden? That explains why they allowed you past the gates. What kind of aid do you mean?
I have a treaty compelling Orzammar to aid against a blight.
A blight? Now? But our warriors are killing each other in the streets. I'm sorry, stranger. I fear there will be no aid for you in Orzammar. If you seek Lord Harrowmont's support, I suggest you talk with his trusted advisor, Dulin Forinder. He might be able to get you an audience.
All right. Nug Wrangler Boromir?
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. Now I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter. No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
These things dangerous? If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way. Good luck with that.
Are these things dangerous?
We gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say.
If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Okay, so this is one of those quests where it's you find a bunch of them in all the randomest places. So I'm gonna look up where those locations are. First one. Alright, luckily there's only 5 of them. First one is south of the Nug Wrangler, near the Deep Roads entrance. It's not south.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
It's Dagna!
Dagna! You look like you're not from around here.
Can I help you? Yes, you could say that, or get out of my way.
You could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world.
I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
The Circle of Magi? Of course I've heard of the Circle. My companion here is a senior enchanter of the Circle. Why is a dwarf interested in the Circle?
Why is a dwarf interested in the Circle?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
What?
Do you want me to ask them? Why wouldn't they? You're crazy. Dwarves can't do magic. You want to leave Orzammar?
You want to leave Orzammar?
I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
I can bring the Circle your request. And what would the messenger get? Or ridiculous, stay in your place and leave the mages alone.
We want to help her, because Dagna's amazing.
I can bring the Circle your request.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
She's so cute.
Win approves +2. Ooh. Garen.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's Luxury Goods Shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Have a look at my shop, I hope. Nothing coherent. Are you all right? Or that I should see myself out?
Are you alright?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
I don't understand. What happened to you? Or aren't dwarves immune to lyrium's effects?
Aren't dwarves immune?
Of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs in hours. Weird seeing how big you are. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
So working with lyrium made you crazy? Or
Not crazy, just a little forgetful. Don't worry, I'm fine when I work. Just look at my wares. I have the best blades here. Enchanted to hold fire, ice, anything you want to put in it.
Anything?
Let me see your wares.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I work the ore myself.
Let's sell some of the crap we picked up. Dang. For 87 gold, we could get a ring called Life Giver. Plus 10 Constitution, plus 3 health regeneration in combat, plus 10 health regeneration while exploring, plus 3 armor, plus 20% to healing effects received.
feel like we should get that ring.
It's a little out of our price range.
Oh.
It's 87 gold.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, continuing on.
It seems darker this way. Perhaps this is how one leaves the Dwarven city.
There's a nug. You wrangle the nug into a box, ready for delivery to Orzammar.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
I've got a nug for you here.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Let's see. North of the nug wrangler, off to the left. Ah, right there. On the bridge in front of the Orzammar Proving Grounds.
Lava bad. Don't go near the lava.
Good to know.
I never would have figured
You
that out
must
myself.
know that murder is wrong, I assume.
I'm sorry, are you speaking to me?
That is why you wish to leave your crows. A crisis of conscience.
Yes, that is exactly it.
Joke if you wish, but I have the feeling that deep down you regret the life you have lived.
It's true. I regret it all.
Must you be such a child? Are you incapable of a single serious conversation?
I know.
Yes.
I'm terrible and it makes me sad. May I rest my head in your bosom? I wish to cry.
You can cry well away from my bosom, I'm certain.
Did I tell you I was an orphan? I never knew my mother.
Egad, I give up.
I love him.
The party banter is the best part of these games.
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers, keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
Who are you? What were you praying for? So this is some kind of shrine? We're sorry, I was just leaving.
Is this some sort of shrine?
I don't know that word. This is a section of stone kept bare to receive our prayers. The stone gave rise to our people, and it is where their spirits return in death.
Who are you? What were you praying for? And did I hear you mention your son?
Did you talk about your son?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him? Safe return? Your son is missing? Or I'll leave you with your grief.
Your son is missing?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
5 years is a long time to hold out hope for someone missing in the Deep Roads.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Do you want me to look for him? Did anyone go after him? The Deep Roads? ? Or then he's almost certainly dead.
Yeah, the Deep Roads?
The Deep Roads are where Darkspawn come from. They descend for miles into the earth, and we must patrol them constantly or be overrun. I lost my husband to them. If I lost my son the same way,
We shouldn't abandon him. I'll look for him if you want. Did anyone go after him? Your son is surely dead by now. What would you give for his safe return?
We can look for him if you want? I don't know.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
I'm a Grey Warden. That's what we do. I didn't say I'd do it for free.
I'm a Grey Warden. That's what we do.
A warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good Widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Don't get your hopes up. We could search the deep roads for decades with no sight of the boy.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Is that drunken singing I hear?
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Your allegiance to this Balin is clear. Why? You approve of this chaos?
You approve of this chaos?
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
A blight is coming. Orzammar can't be divided. Or your allegiance to Balin is clear. Why?
Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
So, some say Balin killed his father.
Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
Let me see what you have in your store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Gee, thanks. Brother Burkill.
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
Guy looks like Jeremy Renner.
Oh, he does!
I didn't think dwarves believed in the Maker. Or may his divine spirit always light your way. Not very religious, sorry.
Not very religious.
Oh, you look as if you come from the surface. I thought perhaps you were raised in the way of the Chantry. I'm Brother Burkill of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Whose permission do you need to open a chantry? Don't dwarves worship their ancestors or something? Well, good luck with that. Let me know how it turns out, or I will not help spread your lies.
Doesn't the dwarves worship their ancestors?
There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers.
Oh my god, this is the first time I've ever noticed that they made a special clothing model for this guy to make it look like the cuffs of his sleeves are rolled up.
Aw, that's some nice details right there.
Because he's shorter than the normal person who'd be wearing those robes. That is a nice attention to detail. Whose permission do you need to open a chantry? Or that's their religion, you shouldn't interfere. Or, well, good luck with that, let me know how it turns out.
I don't know, what do we want to do?
That's up to you.
What do you need to do to open a chantry?
The Shaperate controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
Do you want me to talk to him for you? The Shaper of Memories? Well, good luck with that. Let me know how it turns out. Let's ask who this Shaper of Memories is.
The Shaper of Memories controls the Shaperate, Orzammar's record system. Like the Chantry's historians, but more thorough. They track the births and lineage of every dwarf born in the city, every property sale, death in battle, marriage, or divorce.
Do you want me to talk to him for you? If I bump into the Shaper, I'll be sure to mention it. Any idea where I could find this Shaper?
Any idea where I could find him?
The Shaperette is in the prime tier of the city, near the royal estate. Does this mean you will help me then?
Sure.
Very well, I'll speak with him. If I bump into the Shaper, I'll be sure to mention it.
Yeah, if we bump into him, we'll let him know.
I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always. Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
I'm sure agreeing to help him would have probably raised our approval rating with Liliana.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I'm like, man, we should have had Liliana party.
We've got level ups to spend.
Woo.
Where do you want to put these attributes?
Let me think here. Well, you said we need more magic.
Yeah, our magic is pretty pitiful.
Let's do magic.
All the magic.
All the magic.
Because, yeah, our magic resistance is derived from our magic score, whether we're a mage or not. Alright, we've got 1 skill point. We can max out our coercion, or we can start adding to our combat tactics, which really only helps us if we're being controlled by the computer. Or we can start taking points and stealing, and try to pickpocket people.
Yes. Let's max out the coercion.
Okay. Alright, and we've got attack. We can purchase a talent. Ooh, we can max out our lockpicking.
Let's do it.
Lockpicking. All the theft. Alright. Alright, now let's go talk to that Nug Wrangler, because we found all the Nugs.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there.
Yep, I just did your job for you. Let's head into the Diamond Quarter. Alright. Let's see. Here I can collect a codex. Nope.
Is it true that Surfacer elves are murderers and thieves?
Oh my god, is that what we're starting with?
Some of us. I mean, I live by the code. If we kill them, we get their stuff. Adal Helmi.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
You don't say.
News of the hour. Lord Balin promises radical changes that will offend the ancient paragons. Have our traditions no value?
What about the Blight? The Blight that's here!
It's been a while since we saw a Grey Warden. I bet they're avoiding Orzammar because of all the trouble.
No, it's because most of them are dead.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Lord Harrowmont, said to have kicked Castless in the street. Does he respect none beneath his station?
Such big houses they have.
Okay, Shale.
I honestly don't know who I want to back in this still. Because I know it doesn't really affect anything, and...
There's really no good... There's really no good outcome for...
Yeah.
For backing...
I feel like it affects a quest in Dragon Age 2.
It does.
But it's only like one quest.
One side quest.
Yeah. Like, other than that, it doesn't really matter who you pick. You know?
As you say.
Which is kind of sad. You make all these decisions that are supposed to affect the story and stuff, and then it's like in the long run, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
I can understand in Dragon Age 2 why a lot of your decisions don't matter. Because a lot of your decisions don't affect what happens in the free marches.
Yeah.
Or in Kirkwall and stuff. It doesn't affect those. But like in Inquisition, I was expecting to see more of your choices come into effect.
Yeah.
You get to, because you're in the hinterlands, you're in the Frostback Mountains. You're
all over.
You're all over. You're all over Ferelden and Orlais.
Yeah.
You know. But really, again, a lot of your choices don't come into effect.
Well, really, it comes down to, you know, game developers can only account for so many different outcomes.
I understand. No, I 100% understand that and stuff. I understand. It makes me a little sad. You know?
Yeah.
But, like, I do like an Inquisition, though. Like, if you side with the mages, you get to see whoever you put on the throne of Ferelden.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see them.
Yep.
Except if it's your warden, then...
Obviously.
Then you don't get to see them. You know?
Yep.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions. Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a Grey Warden? Or I'm just observing, pay me no mind.
I'm just observing.
Oh, Stone. You must be the Grey Warden. I completely forgot about the Gate Guard's message. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
A blight is coming. Is there any way I can break this stalemate? Or so who has the authority to aid me?
Who has the authority to help?
Dulan Ferendern, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Alright, who do we want to talk to first? Balin's representative is right here, otherwise we have to go to Lord Harrowmont's estate to talk to his guy.
Let's talk to Balin since he's right here.
Okay.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
I need aid against a blight. You know who I am. This treaty obliges Orzammar to send troops to the surface. Who is Prince Balin?
Troops to the surface. Cut to the point.
Ah, ancient documents indeed. These were signed in the reign of Eithnar Bimo, Paragon and king. That was 16 generations ago. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Wow, way to get technical there, dude.
Is there some way I could help? Can I talk to Balin? Battling the Blight is more important than politics, or I've heard enough about your political difficulties.
Battling the Blight is more important than your politics.
No one wishes this fight over more than Balin. But while it rages, Orzammar can spare no one to combat what may or may not be a new Blight.
What? What?
Sweetie, we live in the United States in the year 2021. I think we've learned that anything and everything can be politicized.
Oh no, I 100% know. I know. But I don't want it in my fantasy video games. I'm sorry. No.
Lousy Blight deniers. How can I convince you to help? There is a Blight happening, I swear it. Are you implying a Grey Warden wouldn't recognize a Blight? Well, then I will have to seek my aid from Harrowmont instead.
Are you saying that Grey Warden wouldn't recognize a Blight?
I believe you. But what are we to do? If Balin followed his heart and sent his men to aid you, Harrowmont would steal his throne. We would defeat the Blight and return to find our homeland devastated by an incompetent tyrant.
And if you don't fight, your homeland gets destroyed. How can I convince you to help? Or then I will have to seek my aid from Harrowmont instead.
If you don't fight, you all will be destroyed.
Perhaps you could prove to Prince Balin your intentions are just. If you show you owe Harrowmont no fealty, I'm sure Balin would help you. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception.
Irrefutable evidence? Which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
Okay, is that snow effect coming off of Shale or something?
No, I think that's a lighting effect in this particular room.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be like dust motes in the light.
Okay, because it looks like snow.
Yeah,
it looks like it's snowy.
Yeah, it does. Just tell me where to go, what kind of evidence. Forget it, I'm not doing Balin's dirty work, or I'll have to think about this.
What kind of evidence?
Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
I'll find Lady Dace and Lord Helmy right now. I'll have to think about this. Where did you get the promissory notes? Isn't there someone you could report him to? I don't want to get involved in this.
Isn't there someone you can report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrowmont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
I was your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
No! What does that make us?
Absolutely nothing. I'll find Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. He'd hold a distant relative over his duty. I'll have to think about this, or I don't want to get involved in this.
I really don't want to get involved with this, but I know this is plot, and we have to pick someone.
Unfortunately, we have to pick a side, and the way that Orzammar is written, neither side is 100% hands clean.
No.
There is no right or wrong side to pick in Orzammar.
Well, and again, it doesn't really affect any of our choices going down the road either.
Also that.
One side quest.
And one throwaway line of dialogue by Varric.
Yeah, that's it.
So, he'd hold a distant relative over his duty?
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
I'll find Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. I'll have to think about this, and I don't want to get involved in this.
Should we go talk to the other person first, or?
We can certainly try.
I'll think about this.
I will have to think about this.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
So both people have equal claims to the throne.
Basically, yeah. Prince Balin is the king's son, but the word is that right before, on the king's deathbed, he named Lord Harrowmont his successor.
I'm gonna go with Prince Balin because he has the stronger claim, instead of like someone who allegedly was named the heir on his deathbed.
Yeah.
That seems sketchy as hell to me.
Okay. And both sides are accusing the other of murdering the king.
Of course, because that's how it goes.
Yeah. Do you still want to go talk to Lord Harriman's guy, or do you just want to... Let's at least talk to Lord Harriman's guy.
Let's at least talk to the Lord
Get his side of the story.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Okay. Doolin? I think that's the guy we want to talk to for... Doolin for injury? Yep, that is Lord Harriman's guy right there.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Doolin Forrender. Second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
Yes, it is.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight. I would speak with Lord Harrowmont. I'm busy right now. We can talk later.
Blight.
Blight?
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
How can I prove I'm not working for Balin? What do you want me to do? Denounce Balin publicly? Stop playing games. This treaty compels you to help. Or Vartag wants me to besmirch Harrowmont's reputation.
Stop playing games!
Quit playing games with my heart.
Asking the King of Orzammar to send armies to the surface, but Orzammar has no king and we have no army. Right now, the men who should be fighting Darkspawn are brawling in the street.
After this.
If this situation is not resolved, we face civil war. If you want Lord Harrowmont's time now, you'll have to prove you have no intention of turning against him later.
Can't fight a civil war if all your soldiers are on the surface fighting Darkspawn.
Seriously, after this, we are rewriting these treaties, guys. Okay?
How can I prove I'm not working for Balin, so you would make the whole world wait? What do you want me to do? Denounce Balin publicly? Or Vartog wants me to besmirch Harrowmont's reputation?
So you'd make the whole world wait.
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
So you'd like me to enter the proving in Harrowmont's name? Do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out? Why would your assembly care who wins some tournament?
Why would they care?
The proving is a contest of the best warriors in Orzammar. By fighting, they show who has the ancestors' favor. If you were to enter the proving as Lord Harrowmont's champion, it would prove your loyalty beyond a doubt.
And this is to be your king. One who cannot keep his own men from running like frightened children.
Lord Harrowmont does not use threats or intimidation to motivate his men. He leads by example.
Ah, I see. So it's his example they follow as they cower from this Prince Balin.
How dare you slander Lord Harrowmont?
Why should we ally ourselves with someone too scared even to grant us an audience?
Severin's got a point.
Severin makes some good points. Persuade, you'd be nervous if someone was out to get you. I see what you mean, or your snide comments are not helping.
I see what you mean, future boyfriend.
Were I you, I would seek a stronger king than this Harrowmont.
Surely you don't mean Balin.
No, I will throw my lot in with Harrowmont. Zevran, you're right. I'm sorry, but I cannot support you. Or Balin seems strong, but also cruel. I will not help him.
Zevran, you're right.
Then you and I have nothing more to say.
Thank you, Zevran, for making our choice for us.
Didn't even get any approval for saying Zevran, you're right.
Yeah, what is up with that? What is up with that? What? Why did we not get the approval?
Well,
our choices have been made.
He still has an exclamation point over his head.
talk to him?
I'm gonna save the game real quick, and then talk to him to see what happens.
You left so abruptly, I didn't think I'd see you back.
We
Do you have more
literally
time
just
to talk
stepped
now,
back
Lord?
like 3 feet.
I would speak with Lord Harrimont. Who are you again? Or no, I was just leaving.
No, I was just leaving.
That is unfortunate. There is much we could discuss.
Apparently not, because we kind of threw each other under the bus there. So now I have to go talk to this Vartog guy and tell him, yeah, we're going to do the thing.
I hope you're not wasting my time with more dithering. The choice I gave you was clear. If you want Balin to support you in your surface war, you'll have to help him take the throne.
I'll do whatever I need to do. I'm not interested in helping Balin claim the throne. Who are you again, or what exactly did you want me to do? I still haven't decided.
What is it you wanted me to do?
Harrimont tried using the same plot of land to buy the votes of both Lady Dace and young Lord Helmy. I have the promissory notes to prove it, but neither of them would listen to anyone they knew favored Balin. As a neutral party, you could present the evidence and convince them Lord Harrimont plans to cheat them.
Where did you get the promissory notes? That's what I want to know.
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries.
Fishy!
Yeah, that sounds legit. Tell me more about Lady Dace and Lord Helmy.
I'm asking you to deliver a message, not enter marriage negotiations. Now, are you going to help or not?
Well, should we do it?
Let's do it.
Alright, we're siding with Balin.
Don't bother me again without something to report.
Oh, fuck you.
Thanks, ass. Rude. Doing you a favor.
I don't want to help either of y'all.
You both suck.
You both are terrible.
Everyone down here is terrible.
This place is terrible.
Except for Dagna.
Dagna's an angel.
And
Lord
Oghren.
Balin's
Oghren's a
impending
drunk.
marriage to a castless proves his dedication.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
You know it.
That's me.
You might want to look at these papers. Harrimont is trying to cheat you. Yes, I am Callion. Are you Lady Dace? Or I hear you'll be voting on the next king.
Are you a lady?
I am. And what business would you have with me?
You might want to take a look at these papers. Harrimont is trying to cheat you. I hear you'll be voting on the next king. Or never mind, I should be going.
I hear you're gonna be voting.
Now, was that an attempt to cozen me into revealing my choice, or are you simply making small talk? It's so hard to tell with you surface types. You're all so charmingly direct and artless.
Here's some damn papers! Do what you want with it!
Here's direct and artless. Who are you voting for? I noticed you didn't answer my question.
Here is direct and artless.
Who wants to know? It certainly can't be you. What interest would a Grey Warden have in who rules Orzammar?
Because it's the only way I get help! You guys don't understand! There's a blight coming! I can't get help until you guys have a king!
This is madness. This is politics. You might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Where is he? I'll bring these to him. Well, will you tell him? Does that mean you won't change your vote?
I can bring these to your father.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient thaig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
Oh my god! Dwarven politics are the worst!
Yay, dwarven politics.
I hate this so much. I hate this so much.
Ben doesn't seem to like it either. I'll go tell him. How would I know where to find your father? Or never mind, you have the information, vote your conscience.
Does it matter? Does any of this matter? None of this matters!
How would I know where to find your father?
He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Does that mean you'll go?
Yes, I'll leave right now.
It's not like I have a blight to stop
So
or
Baron's
anything.
victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
Okay. Because I know we probably won't finish up Orzammar.
We're definitely not finishing Orzammar tonight.
I
No.
want to name the next stream Dwarven Politics Are Crazy.
Okay. Where is Lord Helmy? I don't remember where to find Lord Helmy.
Just start yelling for him. Lord Harmy?
Helmy.
Helmy!
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzammar. They have no orders while throne stands empty. Make Harrowmont your king now!
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Oghren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman. Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
I should you before you start complaining about me too. Who are you? Who is Oghren? What do you mean, barely warrior caste? What were you and Oghren arguing about? Who's Branka?
Really, it should really
Play
be...
20 questions.
Really, it should be the first one, but won't that...
I should leave before you start complaining about me too.
Because that's what you're going to do. Then when I start asking any of these, you're just going to start complaining.
I'm Loylanar Ivo, warrior, which is more than I can say for that useless sod.
Who was he?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What?
Who's Branka?
The only paragon in the last 4 generations. Quite an honor for a girl from the Smith caste.
Why did Branka go into the Deep Roads?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
She's not wrong.
No.
How did she become a paragon?
She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly 1/3. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Branka, Oghren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name.
Branka was married to that drunk?
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Oghren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
Is that what you two were arguing about, Branka?
It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Oghren wants to keep risking lives searching.
Why does Oghren care so much about Branka?
She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him.
I should get going now.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Oghren was at it again.
All right. I think Lord Helmy is in one of the taverns in the Commons. So we'll go hunting for him there.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Do we want to go in with them?
Should we? Is that what we're supposed to do?
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Scars.
Get out of here. This is private business.
What's going on here? Looks more like extortion. Is this man threatening you? Or all right, I'll go.
Is this man threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
Intimidate. Take a good look. Do you really want to start this? The Carta? That sounds like a threat. Or I'll risk it.
Intimidate!
Whoa, whoa! All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
I imagine that the guy just tries to shake you down for protection money and you just bowed up on him.
Yeah.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
You can start by letting me look around your store. What do you know about this Jarvia? No thanks are necessary. Goodbye.
Jarvia.
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin.
What do you have for sale? What do you know about her Carta? I should let you get back to work. What do you know about the Carta?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
Their children as well? You go that far? The caste divide is deep indeed.
Caste divide is deep?
These casteless, they're all the same. Beggars, thugs, and murderers, everyone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm grateful for your help, but I don't think we have any more to talk about.
Let me shop.
Did you have something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
I wish to give you coin.
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
Uh-huh, sure.
No.
I kind of wanted to snap back at him when he was like, the castles are all killers and murderers and thieves. I'm like, that's what they say about elves on the surface. You're no different.
Okay. Tapster's Tavern.
Told him I don't understand why the provings aren't open to everyone. I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me. Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
I mean...
They're still cast.
There's definitely classism and feudalism.
Yeah, it's just not as concrete, you know? Formalized.
There's, like, the hint of upward mobility.
There's the illusion of it.
Yeah, that's the better word. There's an illusion of upward mobility.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know me? Word travels fast. A controversial opinion for a dwarf in the Assembly. Most humans treat my people like you're casteless, or I'm not looking for introductions or a debate. Goodbye.
Most people treat me like the cast list.
But there are those like you who see this with concern, no? Well, I've taken the time to actually talk to the other castes. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the Assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
I have news. Harrowmont is double-dealing you and Lady Dace. So you get to vote on the next king? How does the caste system work anyway?
Double dealing.
You don't want to learn about the dwarven caste system?
I think we've heard enough.
Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And they'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day.
So you'll switch your vote to Balin? Why vote for Harrowmont if you didn't want the land? We're sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Why vote if you didn't want the land?
I actually thought he was the better candidate. You must think I'm pretty soddy naive, huh? They're all the same, well-dressed, blood-sucking cave ticks. I'll have to inform Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after all.
Could he be king? Can we make him king?
Right?
He seems like he'd be a good king.
Good-ish. Maybe.
Better.
Hey, look, Oghren.
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you. Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. Someone saw you talking to Vartag Gavorn, and now it's all over that you've been doing dirty errands for Balin. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branka. But I guess you're just like all the rest.
We talked to like 2 people.
Word gets a lot around fast in Orzammar.
Now you're doing dirty errands for Balin. We talked to 2 people.
By dirty errands, you mean being like, hey, he's double dealing you. Because that's so dirty.
Yeah, oh well. I love Steve Bloom. Steve Bloom is best. Steve Bloom is awesome. We had the opportunity to meet him at Grand Rapids Comic-Con. We got his autograph and talked to him about dogs. It was awesome.
Yes. Honestly, like, I think our best interaction with, like, any celebrity, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Not that we've met a lot of celebrities or anything, but...
It's true.
Just the ones we have met.
We got to have a nice chat with Sam Witwer at Motor City Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's nice and stuff.
Should I know you or this Branka? All the rest of whom? My only concern is raising allies against the Blight, or I don't need to justify myself to you. Goodbye.
All the rest of whom?
Power-hungry Deep Lords. The only real concern they have is whose ass gets the throne. You don't have to play dumb, Warden. Their lackeys only come to me when they want something. Well, if you want the secrets of a paragon, do the work and find her.
Is that who Branka is? She's the Paragon? Make some sense, you drunk.
First one? We know Bronca's a paragon.
City's only living paragon, and she's been lost in the deep roads for 2 years. 2 years, and no one's raised a bleeding army to go look for her. Why do you care, huh? You looking to uncover all her secrets? Is that what Balin wants? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He wants it for himself, right? A little blessing from the Ancients' technology, and he's assured the throne. Is that it?
He sounds so paranoid right now.
What are you talking about? What technology? What if I genuinely want to help you? This sounds personal for you.
Seriously, what is he talking about?
You are looking for it. Of course, that's all anyone cares about. Well, sod off and sod your mother, too. I need a bleeding drink. You keep on your errands. Until your boss really commits to looking, you're getting nothing but smoke out of old Oghren.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't worry,
They're everywhere! I can't take it! What? Get away! You'll change like the rest! Monsters hidden in all my friends!
What are you talking about? Is this Darkspawn corruption or just madness?
Darkspawn or madness?
There's things older than Darkspawn. And once you're in the story, they find you. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
New Codex, Unbound. 3 weathered parchments with 3 versions of the same incomplete story. Excerpt. And when his kingdom fell, so disappeared the stolen riches of an age. The beast, the unbound, dormant until one of true spirit claims his throne. So must hunt the hero of his people, the principled, who would search for ancient evil. This is how they can make a real difference. Scribbled in the corner in a shaky hand. 3 pages, 3 ages. Same story, updated. Same as the tavern song, but older. Signature torn on purpose, but compare and get Willem Medan. All from him. How? I'm sure that will come into play later. Nevin?
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew?
Not interested, thanks. Who are you? Don't mind if I do. Or are you looking for a fist to share your face?
Who are you?
Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's expeditionary field unit. Yourself?
I'm Callian, Grey Warden. You work for Balin? Who's your unit fighting?
I'm Callian, Grey Warden.
Figured as much. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the deep roads when that one came by. What was his name? Duncan, something like that.
Duncan.
Thanks for the drink, but I should go. You knew Duncan? You work for Balin. Who's your unit fighting? Or I've never been in the deep roads. You knew Duncan?
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the deep roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines.
You work for Balin? Who's your unit fighting? Or I've never been to the deep roads.
I've never been to the deep roads.
Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones.
Who's sending you out?
Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us into 4 teams to search for some of the lost Tigers. Looking for signs of Bronca, I guess. Seems to be who everyone's after.
Who else is in the deep roads?
Lord Harrowmont's got his own men there, all looking for signs of Bronca. Guess the city's getting to miss having a paragon. Everyone wants someone to put in charge.
What? thanks for the drink, but I should go.
Watch yourself. Orzammar politics are getting near as dangerous as battle.
In dwarven vaboragas vi in vaga bölnaverk. En dindarvisa saradur vahaden wimedwal. Nasunkalan of rug and premalan of Arhandeka paragan veram deshir uram desing. En dina vreka ansordans nedek varaks kor helvaring. Varstak dissa parva gorda jebindar dek tavir radik. Gorda shebna gorham raksa paragan veram gatrig.
Atrust Valis, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I'd like a drink. I'm looking for someone. I'd like to hear a bit about the city, or I'm just looking around.
I don't know where to start. Where do we start?
I'd like to hear a bit about the city.
So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view.
Is there any place I should see while I'm here?
The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the assembly there, the palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mines, so my recommendation is avoid. It's not part of the city, just some old tunnels where the castless build their nest. No one goes there if they can help it. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving. Maybe I can help.
I heard Lord Honnleath was here. I've already met both of them.
Suit yourself.
Okay. Okay, now we gotta find what's his nuts in the deep roads. Gotta talk to the Shaperate for Brother Burkle. Gotta find Philda's son in the deep roads. And we gotta talk to the Circle of Magi for Dagna.
We have like 15 minutes left to stream.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head down to the Shaperate. Back to the Diamond Quarter.
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near
News of the hour. Support Lord Harrowmont at your own peril.
Very well.
Yeah, here you can see how they added this little particle effect to these beams of light shining down from the roof.
Oh, okay.
To try and create that motes of dust in the light beams effect.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
Shaper Assistant Mildrate.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him? We're not my concern.
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine! He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
New quest. Thief in the House of Learning. Orta.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research? Sounds important. Looking to hire help? Or I'll just stay out of your way.
I'll just stay at, what kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads. I could try to find them. I could look in return for some of that Orton wealth. Or sorry, I don't have time for this.
I don't know. I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Shaper.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
How do you know who I am? Or Shaper of Memories?
Shaper of Memories? What are that?
The Shaperate guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost Tigs. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
Could you look at these promissory papers for me? I would like your permission to open a chantry here. Let's talk about Orzammar, Lord Shaper. I'm sorry to disturb you. Goodbye.
Can we open a chantry here?
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkill, a cleric of Redcliffe. One of Orzammar's own has returned to spread the chant, or I ask only because it's the right thing to do.
I ask because I don't know.
Brother Burkill?
Yeah.
Name drop Brother Burkill? Brother Burkill?
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkill hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
Cunning. The Chantry's charities would greatly aid Orzammar. Persuade. What harm would it do to let him preach? Intimidate. Would you rather wait for a human army to convert you? Or, but the chant must be sung from all corners of the world.
I really wish Liliana was in the party. You know?
Why?
Because I'm sure she would have had a good remark for this.
I'm sure she would. So, cunning, persuade, intimidate, or whine?
Persuade?
Persuade?
He seems a charitable man, but that is a thin thread on which to tie Orzammar's traditions. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Could you look at these promissory papers for me, or tell me some of Orzammar's history?
Look at these papers.
These are Harrowmont lands promised here. But these are not the deals we approved at the Shaperate. Where did you get these?
Vartag Gavorn gave them to me. Lie in Harrowmont's personal library, or that's not important.
I don't know. Just tell him the truth. We got him from his goon.
And he scripted these counterfeits? This is a serious crime. I will have the Ministry of Lands begin an investigation into the Gavorns immediately.
The papers are forged? That is unnecessary. I withdraw my question, or I should leave.
I should go now. We're gonna screw over both these guys. We're not gonna have a king at all. We're gonna be like screwing over everyone.
You all suck.
You know what? You now belong to the Grey Wardens. You're all conscripted.
Everybody line up to submit to the taint.
Oh god.
The papers are forged? Surprised Pikachu face?
Not entirely. There were 2 promised deals, but their terms differed significantly from what is presented here. It appears the scripter altered the dates and locations of the agreements to make them identical.
Thank you. I need to have some words with someone.
So they're forged?
Can you tell me anything about Prince Balin? Is it true you're related to Harrowmont? What do you know about Vartag Gavorn?
Is it true you guys are related?
He is a kinsman, yes. If you count to the 6th degree of remove, I am related to every noble lineage still represented in Orzammar. I can even trace my descendant directly to House Sigmund, which lost its tie to the Darkspawn 13 generations ago.
Damn.
Would you like to become king?
Do you get to vote on the next king? Thank you. I need to have words with someone. Can you tell me anything about Prince Balin? What do you know about Vartag Gavorn? Let's talk about something else.
Do you get to vote?
The Shaprit do not vote. We simply record history as it happens.
But you have a preference for king?
Who's your preference?
I cannot speak my opinions. History can be changed with a careless word.
Can you tell me anything about Prince Balin? What do you know about Vartag Gavorn?
What do you know? Prince Balin.
The prince consulted me before his father died. He wanted to know about King Bimo, the last king to rule during a blight. I told him Bimo made many changes during his rule. The assembly was even disbanded for a 2-year period. Bimo declared that, in times of war, the warrior caste answered directly to the king, and all voting was suspended. Balin seemed quite interested.
I wonder why.
What do you know about Vartag Gavorn?
The Gavorn family is a minor one, founded when a daughter of the Ferender house married down to a warrior caste man. Her brother died, leaving her family heirless. So the assembly granted him a new family name and allowed him to adopt his daughter's children as heirs. Vartag Gavorn is on record asking the assembly to bar Harrowmont from King Endrin's sick room. He is a vocal supporter of Prince Balin.
Thank you. I need to have words with someone, or let's talk about something else.
I don't know. Let's talk about something else.
I am the man to ask if you wish to access the memories of the ancestors. What is it you would know?
Let's talk about Orzammar.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon? Tell me some of Orzammar's history.
I don't know. Ancestor or an Orzammar?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
For example, we all know Varric is the paragon of manliness.
Yes, he is.
And that's what Branka was?
Branka is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
Tell me some of Orzammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
How did you lose your golems? Where is Kal Sharok? Enough history, let's talk about Orzammar again.
How'd you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caradon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caradon's tide is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Golems like this?
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We'd pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery.
Where's Kalsharak?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kalsharak is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
Can't imagine why.
Enough history. Let's talk about Orzammar again.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
Let's go back to my first questions.
Please, speak your mind.
Nope, that's it.
We were a great empire. We traded, but we lost too many battles.
No.
We lost our golems.
No.
Too much history.
Too much. Okay.
As you say. It is begun.
New Codex, Orzammar Politics.
I hate it.
It shall be done.
Shh! I'm doing very important work.
All right. I think that is a good place to leave it off for tonight. We got a lot done. We didn't quite finish recruiting everyone, but we're close.
We're in process.
We just need to get going down into the deep roads, and then Oghren will be wanting to go with us because Branka.
Yep.
But we got ourselves mired in Orzammar politics.
I hate it.
And yeah, we're gonna delve deeper into the deep roads next time, next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're enjoying this, please join us then. Or if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.